guys? We're the Buschmans, baby.
And we're going to be talking about love and marriage. So come check us out. We're going to give out some pointers and leave a comment if you guys want to ask any questions. Peace.
All right, we're going to get right into the video. So first I have to give a disclaimer. We are not marriage experts, and by any means we do not have a perfect marriage. I think we're pretty good though, right?
Yeah. We know a little something.
A little something, something. All right, okay. The reason why we picked the title Love in Marriage is because a lot of times people don't realize when they're married, when they reach a certain point, there is no longer love. So it's a good idea to keep the love in the marriage, or else y'all are going to be all screwed up. And what I mean by that is, like, a lot of times when people are married for a certain amount of years, once they pass like that honeymoon phase, they're like roommates. Almost like life has just gotten in the way. You know what I'm talking about? Like, life has gotten in the way, whether it be like bills, kids, and stuff like that. It's just very important to remember why you guys came together in the first place, why you guys fell in love, and always keep that fire in the marriage going. Did I miss anything? Should I say anything else?
That's good.
Yeah, because when y'all become roommates, that's not fun. Right? All right.
The next topic we're going to get into is having disagreements. Why we wanted to touch on that is because we're always going to have, well, as a couple, and once you guys get married, it seems like the disagreements, they get magnified.
Magnified, I was going to say that.
Big time. So you find yourself, things that never bothered you, they soon start to bother you. Yeah. And just for an example, just I used to leave my clothes around the house in the beginning, and it wouldn't be a big deal. And then, once, some years go by and you guys been married, now that little thing that I thought was so little could actually turn into something big. And not only that, but just having disagreements on things that you guys like, just the little things, you know what I'm saying? Like little like you could have a disagreement and then it'll turn into a big argument. And you guys need to come to a point where you guys are both individuals and you guys are going to have disagreements, and it's healthy to have disagreements because you guys can't always look at things eye to eye. Mm-hmm. But the important thing is not to escalate it to an argument or a fight. Don't start raising your voice because she's not looking at the situation the way you're looking at it. So just disagreements come, but try to just keep it to the minimum as far as fighting over something. You don't want to fight over nothing small, because sometimes you guys get to fight, and then while everything kind of calms down, you guys want to come to each other and you guys want to apologize. And it's funny when you guys bring up, what were we even fighting for?
It's probably something stupid.
And it was probably something you guys don't even remember, you know? So it's okay to have disagreements, but just don't let it affect your marriage in a way where it's going to start dividing in the household. That's what I mean by it.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was really good. You're so smart. All right. I'm going to get into the topic of what he wants and what she wants. Okay. From what I've learned, and remember, I'm no expert, but from what I learned, what a man desires and wants in a marriage or in a relationship is respect. That's very, very, very important for a man. Like, as their wife or as their spouse, we can build our husbands up, or we can tear them down just as quick. Like, we can make them feel like King Kong of the world. And just as easy, we can make them feel like a little rat or something like that. I don't know, I don't have a good example, but it's very important to build your spouse up and to give them the respect that they need as a man, and make them feel like, and know that they are the head of the household. As wives, we are supposed to submit to our husbands and be humble. Right? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. What is that scripture in the Bible? It goes, he who finds a wife, what is it?
Finds a treasure.
Finds a treasure. So I'm a treasure. All right.
All right.
Wait. So, okay, okay, let's get into what she wants. Okay, as a woman, from my perspective, as a wife, we want to feel like we're more like emotional beings. Like, we want our husbands to show that they're there for us. Like, it's not okay to like give us a high five like every other day and say like, hey, how you doing? Like, no, we're more like emotional beings. Let us know that you're there. You know, we love that touch, that kiss. You know, let us know that you love us, that we're beautiful, because your words really matter to us.
Amen.
Are you crying? No. Oh, I'm about to cry.
All right. So the next topic we're going to get into is getting on one accord. And what that means, what I feel that what that means is laying a foundation spiritually. I think it's very healthy for a marriage to be on one accord with being the same. Look like we're both Christian, so it's very important that we're on one accord, because like we look at things the same now. You know, like as far as training up the kids, going to church, reading the Word, because you got to think, when we first got together, there was no guideline or no book we read to teach us how to bring kids up or try to have a healthy marriage or something like that. It's very, it was very just like, let's just wing it and hopefully everything happens. You know, I'll get a job, she'll get a job, we'll start working, we'll bring in income, and we'll just, you know, we'll raise the kids as best as we can. And we found ourselves to a point where, what I was saying earlier was that we're going to have disagreements and things that we're not going to look and see eye to eye on. But when you're on one accord with things, there's a better understanding towards things. I understand that she's different, and she understands that I'm different. I know that as a man of the household, as a lead of the household, I'm the one that sets the tone in the household. When I see that everything's kind of going on crazy, I'm the one that's supposed to kind of bring everybody together, you know, sit everybody down, let them know that, hey, you know what, we're not on the same accord. You know, if the kids get too far, you know, getting into video games or on their phone too much or something like that, it's my job as a man and as the lead to kind of get everybody together. Let's huddle up. Let's sit down at the table. Let's pray. Let's eat. Let's do this the right way. And I found myself, you know, or actually we found our relationship growing and getting stronger once we started reading the Word, going to church, bringing our kids to church, having the foundation of Jesus Christ as our rock in this house. So it's like it made things easier. You know, even though we go through things, I know that we're going to be okay, because, you know, when it gets a little too rough, or bills come in, or any type of thing comes and tries to throw us off, you know, I know that she'll pray for me. She knows that I could pray for her. When my kids are going through some stuff and it seems like you just talk to them and nothing ever changes, it's good to go to my wife and say, hey, we need to pray about this situation, or we need to pray about this before we make this move, or this job opportunity, or if you want this door to close. And that's what it means by getting on one accord, because now I could go to her and she could come to me when there's things like that stuff that arises. We could pray for each other. We could stand in agreement. So that's what it means to kind of get on one accord.
That was really good. Okay, this is the last thing. I hope y'all are really paying attention. We're giving them some good pointers. And it's free. No. Okay. We got this book, The 5 Love Languages, at a marriage conference that we went to with our church. And I would highly recommend this book for a married couple, for a couple that's engaged, for a family, and it's by the author is Gary Chapman.
Now, let me say something real quick. We got this at a marriage conference. Now, don't think because we go to marriage conferences that our marriage was in shambles, or we were on verge of divorce or anything like that. I think it's very healthy for marriages, if you're married, especially a young couple, even before you get married, you want to go to a marriage conference or some type of church event that speaks on having a healthy and loving marriage. Because we didn't go to this marriage conference because we were mad at each other or anything like that. I feel like
we're madly in love with each other.
It's investing into your marriage. It's actually saying, you know what? Our marriage did not just stop here. We're going to keep on investing in each other because, I mean, we're the ones that are, you know, we're the, how can I say it? We're the fam. We're the top
we're
of the
family.
Yeah,
we're the head.
We're the head. Yeah, so it's very important for you guys to get into things like that. Go to a marriage conference and inquire about strengthening your marriage. So
yeah, this is a really good book. Like we're not done with the book yet. We're barely on the third chapter.
Yeah.
And we're learning so much about one another that, I mean, it's amazing. Like, we're learning each other's love language, things that we did not know at first. And again, it's not just for like couples, it's for kids as well, because kids have different love languages. Not all kids are the same. They all have different personalities and different ways of communicating with them. So I would highly recommend this book. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope we didn't get too deep for y'all. We didn't go that deep, right?
No.
That was just like the surface, right?
Barely scratches.
Alright, so we'll see you in our next video.
Later.